N8QA connected to KG4DVE.
Well, good evening, everybody. CQ. Radio Club, 2-meter net and 2 sessions. Our nets take place on Tuesdays and Thursday nights at 8 p.m. on the N8QA repeaters. The 2-meter repeater at South Webster, the 145.390 megahertz machine, minus offset, and is 136.5. Our Portsmouth machine, which is the 444.600 megahertz, is a positive offset, and it has no tone on it at all. Also, via the Echolink EE repeater in Ashland, Kentucky, is also connected with us. So, break right there. This net is not a traffic net, but if you have emergency or priority traffic, we'll do our very best to handle your traffic and get that taken care of. And per FCC regulations, this net will yield to emergency and priority traffic at any time. And that traffic must be brought to me, as I said, net control operator WX8G. Break. This is Thursday, which is Trader's Net. And anybody can list radio and computer equipment for sale. When you're checking in, if you have something that you would like to list, let us know that you have a listing. And we also, need you to give us your call sign and your name, if you will. Right? Okay, we still have a few things that are left out of the NW8F equipment. As I said, we have a Kenwood TM 940S, and it still has one button that need to get loosened up, but nice radio. Probably going to be looking at right around $600 on that radio, but I have been told that they are a very nice rig. Right? Okay, we also still have that 7-amp. It's a Astron power supply, 7-amp, and anyway, and somebody wants that, we'll let that go for $10. Okay, I have about 50 feet of brand new. Mistaken, it's either, I think it might be 8 conductor. If it's not 8, it's 6. But anyway, it's brand new and it's never been used. It's new, and anyway, we're definitely not going to charge you a new price for it. Okay, I can't think of anything else. I got a radio, 2-meter radio, and I got to check out for a guy. He's interested in it, but it doesn't have any microphone, so that might be kind of a drawback, and I'm not really sure whether it works or not. Also have a Intech, and it is a power supply. It came originally with a Intech Corsair, and somebody told me there might be just a fuse in there, all it is. But anyway, we're looking at about $50 for that, if anybody was interested. Okay, a little later on we may be looking at a 11 element beam, and anyway, probably have a pretty decent price on that. But anyway, you need to know anything about what I've listed there, anyway, you can call me at 250-4955. All right, to the net. All right, we'll go ahead and check to see if we have any emergency or priority traffic. If so, please call now. Okay, not hearing anything, I guess we'll go ahead and start the net. So if you'd like to check in to the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this fabulous Thursday evening, good day. It was a good day for ducks. And anyway, and this is Trader's Net. So who's first?
W8XDB, Dave. No listing.
Kilo Echo 4, Echo Whiskey Sierra, John in South Ashland, no listings.
Kilo 0, Hotel India Oscar.
Okay, so far I have W8XDB, I have KE8, EWS, I have KO8, HIO, I have you, and somebody else.
This is NADKB. This is Keith in Ironton. No listings, and put me in and out, Gary.
Okay, Keith, what's your last part of your call?
It's November 8, Delta Kilo Bravo.
All right, Keith. If I get done in time there, I'll try to get over and check in with you. But if not, will you put me in and out?
Yeah, we'll take care of you, Gary.
Okay, appreciate that. All right, somebody else like to check in?
Good evening, Gary. NATVO, no listings, in and out, if you will. Have a good one.
Hey, Jim, thank you. Somebody else? WX8G with the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this fabulous Thursday. Very, very good day for ducks and geese. Anyway, got home early tonight, so I feel after I got my shower, I feel pretty spry. So feel a whole lot more like doing the net. All right, anybody else out there like to check in, please call now.
KB8 SRN, Gary, mobile.
Chance that you might run out of cord or anything there, Gary?
Say that again, Gary. Did I get out of what?
No, I said might run out of cord. You know, the old famous saying. In other words, get out of the repeater before we get back to you.
Oh, maybe not. Go ahead. I'm on 335. I think it's got good coverage out through here.
I think you're right. All right, anybody else out there like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this trader's net, please call now.
Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima, Bill Waverly, no listing.
Kilo Echo 8, Oscar Romeo, Quebec, Doug, no listing. All right, got you there, Bill, got you there, Doug. Somebody else? This is WXAG with Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this fabulous Thursday evening and Trader's Net. Who else we have? Alright, well, we won't waste any time. We'll move right on up to the top of the list. W8XTB. Dave, it's your turn, man.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. And Gary, I got to tell you, I'm glad you got to take a shower and got to feel better. And not to make you feel bad, but to just let you know, make you feel better, that you smell better, too. I couldn't pass the chance up. I had to do it, so gouge. You know I mean well. Good evening, everybody. I've never done a thing today, just tried to stay dry. It was ongoing all-day thing. It's, for the time being, it has quit, maybe barely sprinkling. Not even, I got my window down on my truck and not getting wet, so I think it's quit for the time being, but hopefully for the night. So that's what I've been into, and glad you smell better. 73's everyone. Catch you hopefully tomorrow evening on the Friday night net. W8XTB back to net control.
Okay, Dave. Well, I'll even have to say I smell better. And I'll tell you, yesterday, I went through 3 bottles of water and a big, awful close to a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper. And when I went to the bathroom, there wasn't hardly anything come out. In other words, I sweated that out. And buddy, I was dirty last night, and not near as bad as today. But anyway, I'm glad I smell better, and I'm sure my wife also. All right, we better go talk to our old buddy there in Ashland there, KE4EWS. John, is your radio still in squealy, or did that bring it back?
Kilo Echo 4 Echo Whiskey Sierra, John in South Ashland. I don't know what happened to the display, but it's got all kinds of marks on it. But I found out that another setting, it was correct, but it's transmitted on both frequencies. You know, it didn't matter, and it received and everything. But I don't know what happened to it. It's still that way, but I'm talking on a part of the memory says C. I don't know what that means. Don't have any idea, but it works there. I'll leave it there. KE4EWS back to the net.
Okay, John. Well, we're just glad you're able to talk. Appreciate you checking in. All right. Well, we're going to go to KO8HIO, and it's your turn.
Thanks, Gary. Kilo Zero Hotel India Oscar, Larry here.
I do have a couple things if anybody's interested. The first one's going to be a MMDVM UHF VHF digital hotspot. Got it last year and used it for a bit and realized I didn't really care for it. The only thing you'd need for that is a Raspberry Pi Zero W, and they run about $20-$25 break. And then I've got a MFJ off-center fed dipole. It's in good condition. I took it down and replaced it with an in-fed. It's the higher power version of that one. That'll get you 40 down to 10. I could probably take $100 for both of them. K0HIO.
Okay, how much you say you take for both of them?
I'd take $100 for both of them, or if you just want one, probably $50 each. That's less than retail, and they're pretty good shape still.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, those off-center fed dipoles, I know a lot of people have used those. I had one at one time, but anyway, I had this great big gigantic amplifier, and I did the first one in, and I sent it back, and the guy purposely told me, he said, I built this one for you, and anyway, you're not going to hurt it. He said, don't run over 1,000 watts on it. Well, guess what? I put it to the test, and I didn't send it back anymore, but those things usually have really good ears, and they usually do a good job. They're very easy to tune.
Yeah, I've done really well with it. Got all the way over to Europe and out to Australia with it. So it's a pretty good antenna for somebody.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, that sounds reasonable. I don't know that much about the hotspot, but I think you said about $20 for a Raspberry Pi. And I know Mike KN4IMU, he uses them hotspots and things, so I don't know. Maybe he might be interested in it.
All right, Gary, I appreciate it, and thank you for running the net tonight, doing a good job. Somebody wants to get out to me, they can give me a call or a text on the cell phone at 464-4656. That's 464-4656.
Is that a 606 number?
Now that'll be here 740-740.
Hey, Larry. That sounds good. Somebody might surprise you. Somebody might call you before the net's over, or at least after. Thank you so much for listening with us. All right. I guess we better go to N8DKB or V anyway. Keith. He was in and out. And then there was N8TVO. That was Jim, and he was in and out. So I guess we may as well go to KB8SRN Mobile, and that's Gary, the other Gary. So, Gary, what's going on, man?
KB8SRN. Good evening, Gary, and everybody on the net. Rainy days, everybody knows, so I took advantage of that. Went to the grocery store from my mother and got all that done, and so she's got something to eat now. And had to sign some papers down there for her, getting some home care. Took care of all that, came home, and band practice tonight, so not a lot of amateur radio in the day, but busy day at that. And that's about all I have. I'll send it back to you. KB8SRN 73.
Okie dokie, Gary. Well, I guess you can go ahead and have band practice tonight. All right, let's go out to the Waverly KE8AAL. What's going on, Bill?
Well, first off, you caught me with a mouthful of carrots. Hope I don't sound funny over the radio, but hey, it's just been a wet and wild day up here today in Waverly. Kind of shut down doing anything outside, so it's been kind of an easy day trying to catch up on some stuff on the inside and doing some other stuff. Doing some work on getting our, I guess, our new tower back up. The one that got taken down there with the windstorm. You're going to have to get another one up there pretty quick, but nothing else really taking place. It's just a calm and wet day up here. So, hey, I'll turn it back to net control. Kilo Echo 8, Alpha Alpha Lima.
All right, Bill. Always a privilege to have you check in. Is that your tower or one of the club's towers?
Oh, it's one of the original club towers. I'm not quite sure whether it was the first. I think it was the second one that was actually put up, and been up there for quite a while, so can't really complain. It's just one of them unfortunate things that happens occasionally, but we should have something back up there shortly.
All right. Well, that sounds good. Sounds real good. Okay. I guess we may as well go to KE8ORQ. Doug, it's your turn.
Good evening to everybody on the net. This is KE8ORQ, Doug from Bainbridge, Ohio. And just been fighting the rain like everybody else. If my rain gauge is working right, it said 3 inches yesterday and 2 inches today. And I didn't think we got that much, but I'm waiting to hear that on the news tomorrow. See what the weather people say. But anyway, we've been playing with the radio at night. I get on about 12:30, and just waiting for these couple days of rain to go away, and tomorrow I start mowing grass. But that's about it here in Bainbridge. Good hearing everybody on the net this evening. Take care. This is K8ORQ. I'll be standing by listening.
Okie dokie. Always a privilege to have you with us, Doug. Anyway. Alright, we're down to the bottom of the list. Do we have somebody else out there who would like to check into the Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net on this Traders Net night? If so, please call now.
K8DMK, Daniel.
Hey, Danny, I got you, K8DMK. Somebody else? All right, Danny, you're on the bottom of the list, so buddy, what in the world's been going on? You never got washed out of the holler today?
No, not yet, Gary, but I did take the top off of the boat just in case, might need it, but no, I'm just kidding. No, we've had rain just about all day, and it's not been real hard, but, it's been one of them rains that you like to see, one of those that soak up into the ground, the kind that you need, and I'm not going to complain about that because I think we need it, a good soaking rain, and that's good for the ground and good for the farmers when they get their crops in the field, so I'm not going to complain about it, but I ain't done much today, just went over to the bow shop. We were having fun, I guess you'd say, telling stories and fishing and hunting. We was doing all that today, but sitting right in there in that in the shop. But I'll turn it back over to you, Gary. This is K8DMK. Back to net control.
Okay, Danny. Appreciate you checking in, buddy. I holler hollered at you on the way home today, and you must not been around the radio. And Dave, he talked to me a little bit, and then KB8SRN, Gary, he brought me the rest of the way home. But good to hear you, Danny. Hope you're having a good evening. All right, this is WX8G with Portsmouth Radio Club 2-meter net. Do we have anybody else out there who'd like to check in? If so, please call now.
KA8 ZAF.
All right, KA8 ZAF. Anybody else? All right, Greg, you're on the bottom. KA8 ZAF. Greg, what in the world's been going on, man?
Well, for the last week or two, I've been working on my car. The timing chain jump time got a little longer than it was supposed to, and the tensioner said that as far as it goes, and so it jumped time and caused me a few problems here, so I'm going to try to dig into it a little deeper and make sure I hadn't got any bent valves or broken valves. And anyhow, it's got a good, by the way, it's got a good antenna mount. Goes on the back behind the license tag. Anybody would like to buy a mobile antenna mount that's attached to a 2010 Hyundai? Just kidding. Anyhow, everything's been going pretty good. Sandy had a little spell with her arthritis. Her hand swelling up real big. Looked like she had a boxing glove on. And but it's down. It's come down considerably now with a bunch of steroids and stuff. So I'm kind of walking wide around her because I'm afraid she's liable to tackle me and go to beating on me. Well, maybe not. But anyhow, I'll tell you what, Gary, when you first come on a little earlier there, it's mighty noisy, so I might have missed a little bit of what's going on, but you're sounding great now. Did you switch radios?
That's still the same radio. I must have moved it a little bit, some way or the other, Greg.
Well, sounding okay here now, so it might have been on my end too, Gary. Everybody else sounded good, though. Well, anyhow, I grabbed the microphone here a while ago and started to holler, check in, and I grabbed the wrong microphone. Daggone it, so I had to stop and talk to some guys on HF there a little bit, so I'll let you go. Have a good evening, everybody, and hopefully we'll get in next Tuesday and possibly Thursday evening there. So I really don't have anything right offhand to get rid of, but Sandy probably wishes I'd get rid of a bunch of non-ham stuff here in the room. Oh, I've got a magnetic loop antenna I might let go. I know it works good on 20 and 40, but I don't know about the rest. It's all homemade, and it looks that way too. Anyhow, so much for that, and we'll say 73 from KA8ZAF.
N8QA connected